Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we're out in a supercharged Corolla with my good friend Carl here, and we'll see how this one goes. Stay tuned. So this Corolla's supercharged. Did it come from the factory supercharged?
It did, although there are rumours that it was made in a shed in Scunthorpe, but I don't believe that. But no, there were a limited edition of these made. So many in black, which is one of these, and so many in a dark silver grey, but only strictly limited. The UK was slotted for 250 of them. At the moment, if you have a look on how many left, there's only about 106. So
it's a rare car.
It's a rare car, yeah. There's not that many around. I do know where.
So I didn't know they came factory. I thought this had been done, sort of thing.
No,
so.
no, it was the rollout, because this particular engine, which is the VVTL-i, which is a 1.8 T Sport engine, couldn't comply with the later European emissions. It was kind of like from Toyota as a swan song to phasing them out when they then brought the Iris in after this, which didn't really sell as well. I don't think it suits Toyota. But generally, as you well know, I'm not really a Japanese man, but I had a go in a friend of mine, Luke's, and he's got a normal T Sport, and I thought, these are a lot of fun. Yeah. So I thought, I'm having one of these, and I thought, you know, why go for the standard T Sport when you can get something that's a little rarer? And it took a little while to find it, and this particular car, when I got it, it's only had 3 owners, but it hadn't been really cared for that well recently. The paintwork on the front end of the car was pretty bad. The air conditioning condenser was busted, so it didn't have any AC. There was a knock-in from the suspension, and the coilovers that had been retrofitted sometime in the past were set to literally track hardness, so it was very rough. As you can probably feel now,
yeah, it's quite bouncy,
it's quite firm, and we're not going down a particularly bumpy road, but you know, it was it needed a little bit of love, so I thought, oh, I'll give it a go. It's my first sort of Japanese car per se, and yeah, I've thoroughly enjoyed owning it. But as you know, I've got other cars that my heart's set on getting back on the road, more long-term projects. So this was only to cover a little stopgap until I had.
So it's actually for sale then?
It is
going up for sale, yeah.
Yes, it's recently been advertised for sale. So if you're searching for a Corolla Compressor, which is, you know, one of these rare beasts, then by all means have a look on Facebook. I haven't put it on eBay, but it's definitely all over Facebook at the moment.
If you guys are interested, if you just contact me via my social medias, I can pass Carl's details on, and you can come and have a look at it like that. So what sort of power are these standard from the factory then? They
come at not much more than a T Sport. The compressors are only 26 brake horsepower more, so they're running about 217.
217.
This one's at some point in its past has had a Typhoon induction kit fitted, and as you can probably hear, it's got a really
sports exhaust. Yeah,
it's not too obnoxious. When I first got it, it was straight through, and it vibrated and it was droning. So again, a friend of ours, Luke, he sorted out a centre box for it, quieted it down, and you know, if you're tootling round, it's quite pleasant. It's not intrusive at all.
While we're at it, we'll give Luke Speedy Spanners a shout out. Go check him out on Facebook for MOTs and things like that, guys. Give him a like and subscribe, as they say.
Yeah, he's a good lad. Knows his cars, loves his classics like I do. And Rich, who loves his classic as well. But he's a Ford man. Yeah. And I'm an Audi man. Oh. But we don't fall out about it, because it's the same passion, it's just different brands.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's what we all enjoy. That's why you guys are watching this channel, and I'm sat here driving my Toyota Compressor, which you could be driving soon if you fancy it. So going back to the history, she was pretty dirty and unloved, and I decided I was going to invest in it, have a bit of fun doing it. So she's had the bonnet painted, the bumper painted. She's had the BC coilovers removed, checked and refitted. We found the issue with the suspension, which was a couple of loose bolts in the subframe. They were sorted out. At the same time, I had some new bushes fitted, which tightened up the back end. And it was serviced. It will get an oil change before it goes, and the supercharger oil change kit will come with it. I don't have the time to do it myself. It's a bit of a fiddly job, and to be honest, I don't fancy doing it. Let's be honest, some jobs I just don't fancy, and I haven't got the time. So the standard radio was still in it when I got it. It's now got a touchscreen cam with DAB. You can see the DAB aerial over there. I'm not a fan of DAB. It always seems to drop out wherever you go, no matter what car you have. DAB coverage just isn't 100%. But mechanically wise, she's good. She's getting a fresh MOT tomorrow morning, so she'll have 12 months ticket on it, and her current mileage is 109,000. Unfortunately,
nothing for the age of the car.
Nothing for the age of the cars. It has been looked after. Unfortunately, the service book has been lost, but through a little bit of digging and a bit of research, we've managed to trace some of the service history, but unfortunately the garages won't send it to me. They say it has been done, but they refuse to send me evidence of it. So it's coming with a brand new blank service book, but it has had a service and it will get an oil change before it goes. What I like to live with? I kind of like it because it doesn't look any different from a run-of-the-mill Toyota.
Yeah, it's a bit of a wolf in sheep's clothing, isn't it?
It's a little bit more of a, you know, you have to look closer. The twin exhausts at the back are unique to this model. The styling is almost identical to a T Sport. It does have bigger 17-inch multi-spoke wheels, which were fully shot blasted, powder coated, acid stripped, etc. And shout out to Birmingham ceramic coaters who did them for me at £20 a wheel. Now that's a bargain. That is a bargain.
We'll get them in the cinematics in a bit.
Well, when you have a look round, Rich, you'll be able to have a look just how good they did. I can't fault them for £20 a wheel. All the brakes were stripped, removed, new seals were required, overhauled and refitted and painted black. I didn't go for a garish colour because obviously I'm selling the car and I didn't want it to put people off thinking it was, you know, tarted up. It's just, it looks pretty standard. There's no external modifications whatsoever, and as with all thirsty cars, I'm going to pop in and put some fuel in.
Yep, so we're just pulling into the Shell station now. Stick some V-Power in. Only ran on the best fuel, as they say. Yeah,
well, it needs V-Power because there's two maps on the car from the factory, strangely enough, and I didn't know this until somebody told me. The standard map uses 95 RON fuel and runs at a lower power.
Excuse me?
Excuse me, his phone's ringing. And the normal high power map runs only on 99, and there's a method to reset it, which you can look up online how to do it. Basically, you turn the ignition on, press the accelerator pedal down for 40 seconds, the engine management light flashes a few times, and that's it, reset to the high power map.
Oh, right.
If you put normal fuel in it, as soon as it senses it's got lower RON fuel in it, it will drop automatically to the low power map.
It's quite good then, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose it saves the engine in the event of you want to give it some beef and you're running low power fuel.
Right guys, so we've got fuel, so now we're off to do some cinematics and see what this baby can do.
You ready?
Yeah. I'm holding on, I'm not a great passenger.
I remember you're not a great passenger. It's it red lines at 8,200 RPM. If you take it to the limiter, it will pop and bang.
Wow.
And it will pop and bang on revs as well.
It's just instant, isn't it?
There's no delay whatsoever. This is my first, probably only supercharged car.
Yeah.
I'm normally a turbo guy.
Yeah.
But you know, the first time I had a go in it, I thought I was expecting a bit of lag, but it's instant. It's like a really torquey, naturally aspirated car that goes like stink. You know, it's never going to be the world's fastest, and for a lot of people, you know, they don't think that they've got any poke at all. It's a Corolla. But that's the thing about it, mate. It's a sleeper. It's a wolf in sheep's clothing.
Yeah, I was just about to say a wolf in sheep's clothing, isn't it, really?
I mean, you can poop around in this, no bother. And nobody gives a monkeys. It's got a 6-speed box. It's quite low geared, so, you know, they do quote about 145 top end on it. I haven't managed to get up there, but it's quite happy to get up to 120, no bother.
Yeah.
Private land, of course. fine. It's Toyota reliability all over. They just don't go wrong. Service them, give them a bit of love, and they'll last you forever. And in a way, I'll be sad to see it go, but my heart's set on other things, so you know that. And I've got other vehicles to biz about it.
He's had more cars than I've had up dinners.
I don't know, you've got more cars than me at the minute. I've reduced my fleet severely.
Right, on to the cinematic. Right, so it's my turn to be in the driving seat. See how this goes, and we'll give you honest feedback, and if we can eventually get out.
Nice of them to put the barriers in so you can't actually see them.
Yeah. Clutch bite's very low in this. Oh yeah. It's like driving a little go-kart, isn't it?
It is, it's quite tight. It's a bit stiff, but that's just, the standard suspension's a little softer. But the BC coilovers that it's got on it are quite a popular mod.
I've got BCs on my Focus. I wouldn't be able to daily, I don't think.
Maybe a little harsh, but
depends what you want from a daily, isn't it? Comfort or race car, really.
I think you've got quite a good combination here, because it's not bad on fuel if you drive it like Miss Daisy. I don't, of course. But if you just tootle around with it, it's okay. Not much more than a standard T Sport, to be honest. But then you don't get the supercharger one.
No. I bet that's addictive though, isn't it?
It is. It is. It's why we had to nip to the garage earlier.
Throttle's very responsive.
It's very.
You literally only have to touch it the slightest bit, and
it's away.
You're away.
Yeah, once you've listened to it, you think, I like that, I want to hear it again.
Yeah.
And again. And again. But like, there's no wait. It's just tap it and it's up there straight away.
I wouldn't want to drive this every day, I'd lose my licence. What do points make? Prizes.
Points make more expensive insurance.
I think it's a good buy for somebody.
I think it'd be an excellent buy. Let's say I've got it as far as I want to take it. There's more to do if you want to, but it's usable every day as a daily, no problem. And it will it will give those cars a good run for the money. It won't take on your supercars. It was never designed with that. Like I say, it's Toyota's fuck you sort of thing,
yeah,
to the EU emissions laws. But I think they've done quite a good job on it.
Just a little hot hatch in wolf in sheep's clothing, isn't it?
Indeed. And it doesn't stand out too much in a crowd, but it does look nice when it's clean. But being black, obviously, it takes a lot of cleaning. So before you came over, I have to admit, yes, I did get my polishing rag out and give it a wipe down, because even just sat in the garage, it's getting dusty. And I'd much prefer it to be out on the road being driven by somebody who's going to enjoy it. But it won't be driven. Rich will probably be, apart from when I take it out on test drives for people, with the last person who drives it. So it's going to go back in the garage once we get home, and it'll have a cover thrown over it, and it will wait for its new owner. So come and buy it.
Yeah. On that note, guys, we're going to end the video here. Don't forget to like and subscribe, hit the share button, and I'll see you on the next one.
Thanks a lot.